Question for you. When was the last time that you can truly say you took a risk? When did you step outside of that comfort zone? When did you tell yourself, okay, if I don't take this risk, I might fail in what I'm doing? This video is going to be all about why you should be taking that risk. So without further ado, thank you very much for tuning in to yet another one. I'd like to encourage you to subscribe. Let's get the ball rolling. Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to ITN Global, and as I said in the intro, this video is going to be all about why you should be taking risks. Now, risks are an essential part of any successful person's repertoire. Go and ask any successful person, whether it be Tate, whether it be Musk. Go and ask these people and ask them how many risks did they take. I promise you, they took quite a few. Quite a few. You're poor! So, ladies and gentlemen, risks are an essential part of success. And without, delaying any further, the first reason why you should be taking risks is because it opens up new doors. It opens doors to new opportunities. Think about it. If you are busy contemplating an investment, right? Now there's a chance that investment may work out, but there's a chance that investment may not work out. And people often err on the side of safety. It's just human nature to protect yourself, to protect your income. Your hard-earned money is precious, and I can understand that. But let's say you invest a certain amount of money into this particular investment and it succeeds, right? And or maybe let's rephrase that actually.
A few hours later.
So let's say you refuse to invest the money into this investment and this investment actually becomes successful. You're going to be kicking yourself because you were too afraid to take that step. You were too afraid to open that door for opportunity. So guess what? The door stayed closed, and it's probably never going to open again in a long time. So if you are busy contemplating with something, make provisions, but take calculated risk is what I always recommend and what most successful people will recommend, right? Don't just dive into it blindly. Do your research, be prepared, but also be prepared to take that risk and just have it in the back of your mind that it may not work. Prepare yourself for a loss. It makes it much easier to deal with at the end of the day. Let's move on.
10 seconds later.
Aside from risks being able to open doors of opportunity for you, it also challenges you. As simple as that. It allows you to step outside of that comfort zone. It allows you to step outside of that usual kind of little kid in you that's afraid to do anything spontaneous or anything risky. It allows you to challenge yourself mentally. That's the most important thing, and I always preach mental growth in the videos. It is so important to grow mentally, especially in the 21st century. You guys have to keep up. You guys have to become more rigid. You almost, and I've said this in a video, you have almost to have this cold personality about you. I'm not saying, be an a-hole to everyone around you, but be stern. Stick to your values, stick to what you are currently doing in life. The noise outside does not matter. And guess what? That noise will influence you if you don't take the risks. It is as simple as that. If you don't take the risks, that inner voice in your head will be telling you you're too afraid, that you're a little kid that's afraid to take a step forward in life.
Ah, shit! Here you go again.
It's a constant battle. Like I said, it may work, it may not work, but you'll never know if you don't take the risk. So challenge yourself, step outside of your comfort zone and just be a little adventurous, be a little spontaneous. As I said, calculated risks, very important, do your research, but the key is to challenge yourself. If you really want to grow as a person, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, you have to step outside of the comfort zone, and you can do that by taking more calculated, researched risks. Let's move on.
10 seconds later.
Now, reason number 3 why you should be taking calculated risks is the fact that these risks increase your pain tolerance. And I quote unquote the pain tolerance, hear me out. So if you've taken a risk, right? Did I just say taking a risk? What the hell? That grammar is terrible.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the f*** is that?
If you took a risk recently and you're now disappointed because that particular risk didn't work this time, it didn't pay off, it was a failure. You can either sit there and mope about it or use it as a learning opportunity. Most people allow one temporary failure to mean permanent defeat. That is also a personal slogan of mine that I've mentioned in countless videos. Do not let a temporary failure equal permanent defeat. You got to keep going. You got to pick up the pieces and you got to keep going. At least you took the risk, and that is something that you can be proud of. I would just be proud, even though it may have failed, the venture may have failed, whatever it was may have failed, but at least I had the courage to take the risks. So there is a good side to failure. You learn from it, and it increases your pain tolerance. The next time you fail, right, because it's bound to happen a couple of times, the next time you fail, you know that feeling. You know that, okay, you know what? This is a failure. I'm going to go through the pain process. I'm going to write it off, and I'm going to pick myself up again and look for new calculated ventures. I'm going to do my research better this time. I'm going to be more thorough with everything I need to do before taking that risk. So it helps you increase your pain tolerance, right? It helps you to learn from the mistakes you've made, and that is the most important thing. So do not be afraid to take risks. Risks are part of everyday life. Every time you drive outside on the road, right? If you drive out of your driveway, you are taking a risk because you could be in an accident. So there's no use in placing yourself in a glass box and expecting nothing to happen to you. Rather, go through that 1 or 2 or 3 failures. There's going to be hella failures in your life, I promise you that. But the key is to take the risk, because if you take the risk, you've just stepped over a boundary. You've just stepped outside of your comfort zone. So be proud of that. But as I said, be careful, be calculated, do your research, and be thorough before taking any type of risk. I'd like to thank you for watching, and you guys know you should subscribe for more awesome, informative content like this, and I will see you in the next video.